Hello, good to see you, Luna. Come here. She gets excited when I talk to invisible people. Come here, sweetie. She's very interested in the sloth that I currently have. She wants to play with the sloth, but she can't. Oh, nope, she did. She took it. And now the sloth is gone. Oh, hop up. There you go. Over there, Luna. Oh, there she is. You get back down, sweetie. Hi there. How are you doing? You look fantastic. I do not look as fantastic as you, and there's a reason for that. One, I mean, come on, how could I compare? And two, this is the second time I'm filming this video. I filmed it yesterday, and then I was editing it this morning, and the audio was just not very good, and you only deserve the best. So I'm filming it again. I have a few things to talk about today. One is a small victory that happened recently. For the past 2 weeks, I've been waiting for a call. The call pertained to if I would need to do chemotherapy in addition to the radiation that I'm currently doing. And it turns out I do not need to do chemotherapy, which I am so, relieved about it. Okay, so I still have 5 weeks of radiation, and then after that, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. And I really was excited about this because ever since I had the surgery, it's always been incrementally worse. I had the surgery, and when they did the surgery, they noticed that the tumor had grown back. That was not good. Then after that, they decided because of how aggressive the cancer was that I needed to do even more radiation, which is not great, but you do it. And now this has just kind of been like the first good thing that's happened. So that's very exciting. So I wanted to tell you about that because I'm super stoked on it. The other thing that I want to talk about is you. We are going to talk about you. Well, it's about me, but it's kind of about you. So I asked for questions on Twitter, and you submitted a lot of amazing ones, but we only have time to answer a couple, but not a couple, that would mean two. More than a couple. We have time to answer more than a couple. Let's begin, shall we? So if I mispronounce your name or your Twitter handle, I am sincerely sorry. ZN Cunningham asks, what are the basic materials needed to make a film and about how much would it cost? So this is a very interesting question because I think it has a variety of answers, and my answer is going to be, what do you need to make a film? Two most important things, a camera and editing software. And a camera could be anything. It could be your phone. It could be what I'm shooting on right now, which is a little Sony point and shoot. Cameras are just tools. It doesn't dictate the content you create. You dictate what the tool does, and within that, whatever limitations the tool might have, obviously your cell phone camera is going to have more limitations than if you had a really nice camera that had interchangeable lenses and blah, blah, blah. But you work with that. You figure out what limitations do I have and how can I use those to tell my story? How can I work my narrative around those to create something that I'm still intrigued by, that I still am passionate about? And I love that because it creates these boundaries and you have to be even more creative within them. Bunny Help asks the age-old question, how did you develop such a passion for Taco Bell? When I was growing up, I was raised vegetarian. When we'd go to fast food restaurants, I couldn't eat anything besides French fries. But at Taco Bell, I could order anything and replace the meat with beans. So I could have a bean burrito. I could have a Mexican pizza with no meat. So that's why I started loving Taco Bell's, because it was the option that I could have when it came to fast food dining. Xavier Awoken asks, what is your biggest fear and how does it affect your life? My biggest fear is not being able to make stuff. That's my biggest fear. And I kind of am living it right now because I can't make as much as I want. Obviously I can make this, but I also want to make my more narrative Vsauce videos, and I just have trouble making those now. And I think another fear of mine, so it's a fear, but it also is what drives me, is that I won't ever make anything that I'm really proud of. I won't ever make anything that I go, that's the best thing that I've ever made. That's really good. I won't do that, I don't think. So it's a fear that I will never really appreciate what I create. But I also love that because I keep wanting to make things because I want to find that. I want to create the thing that makes me just go, well, that's it. I'm done. Could never make anything better. Jim, what's your favorite Doctor Who episode? The one on Mars with David Tennant. Who's the best Doctor? Don't even try, don't even debate it. Stop typing. No, it's David Tennant. Just forget it. Noah Baker says, what drives you to continue to be so positive? I mean, I used to be really depressed when I was younger. And obviously it's not like a switch that you can just hit and be like, oh, now I'm happy. Oh, it was that easy. It's not. It's difficult. I enjoyed making other people happy more, and to be able to do that, I needed to be positive because it's not just about me anymore. It's about you, and it's about the people that I interact with, and it's about how they feel. So that's kind of what keeps me going, I guess. Ooh, this is a good one. Sabrina6 asks, many now seem to associate you with cancer, but I know it does not define you. So what do you want to be known, remembered for? When I wrote my college essay for applying to college, it was about why I wanted to do film. And a thing that I really loved about film is that when you're in that moment, when you're watching something, you're transported, you're stuck there, and your emotions and your feelings are taken, and they're manipulated by what's on screen, by the action that's happening in front of you. And for me, I like that aspect of it, and I hope I get to do that to a degree, be it by making you laugh, or making you smile, or cry, but not like in a malicious way, but in a thoughtful way. And I guess that's kind of what I would like to be known for, is being thoughtful in the things that I create, in the way that I am to other people. Thoughtful. Robin Cox says, what advice would you give to someone trying to find their passion? This might sound weird, but fail. No matter what your passion is, you're gonna fail on your way to find it, and once you find what it is, you're going to fail. I wanted to do a million different things. I wanted to play music. I wanted to do 3D modeling, 3D animation, traditional animation. I wanted to draw, I wanted to paint, I wanted to do photography, I wanted to do film. And all of those things I tried, and I failed, and I tried again, until eventually it all kind of siphoned into what I do now. And without those experiences, I never would have found what I love doing. So I don't regret that. It helped me hone my passion. Failing means that you tried. And that's the most important lesson that you can have.
Hey Jake, I'm a vlogger and leg surgery survivor myself. I wanted to know, what did you learn since your surgery about friendship?
So Brendan, what did I learn about friendship during my surgery? I realized that I had really great friends. I mean, I would have friends who are exceptionally busy, but they would take time out of their day to come visit me at the hospital multiple times and just stay with me for hours. And it made me feel very lucky. One thing that really was solidified is that friends aren't just people that you use to fill the time, they're a support system. And when you are someone's friend, it's really important to be there for them, no matter what. You're a lifeline for them. Ooh, and Vsauce asks, apparently you used to be in a band. Tell me more. Well, Michael Stevens, I was in a band. We were called The Hools. I'll put a link in the SoundCloud to some of our music. And then when I was 17, I started flying out from where I lived in Colorado to LA to play shows with my friend Corey. I'll link to her music down there, here in LA. And we did that for a while. When I was in college, I just kind of played music myself using a little MIDI keyboard in my laptop. I really wanted to play drums and I wanted to play guitar, but I couldn't have that in my dorm room. Ooh, and then the last question, this one's a really good one. Terry Waddle, I don't know if it's Waddell or Waddle, but Waddell sounds like really sophisticated, doesn't it? Terry Waddell here. Oh, Mr. Waddell. Ah, Monsieur Waddell. Anyway, Terry says, when you first meet someone, what is the first feature you take notice of? First thing I always pay attention to is how they treat other people. I think that's the best indicator of who a person is. It doesn't matter what you look like, how you sound, it's how you treat people. I'm gonna go edit this so I can get it out today, and I'm also gonna find my sloth that Luna took. That little sloth stealer. So if I didn't get to your question, we will do it again. And remember, it is not goodbye. Oh no, it's never goodbye. It's